Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Paul, and it is because this is a new channel. This channel is dedicated to smart repair, so I do cosmetic body repair to vehicles, mobile. So I go out and fix things basically that people have run into stuff. But in this episode we're going to be doing the headlights on this van. This is my van. I need to do the headlights. They don't look that bad at the moment, but they're starting to yellow across the top. So I thought, perfect video for the new channel. Do my headlights. So I'm going to flat them off. I'm going to show you how to do that, what grits to use, mask them up and clear coat them. If you want to do this yourself, you can. It's a dead easy job to do. All you need is some 2K clear in an aerosol. I'm going to be using a spray gun because I've got everything in the van. So yeah, let's get these sanded and I'll show you what you need to do. What do you need to do this job? Well, you need sandpaper to start with, and you need some different grits. So what have we got here? I've just grabbed these out of my cupboard. Because the headlights aren't too bad, I'm not starting off with a really coarse grit. So I'm starting off with the P400s. That's going to be the coarsest we're going to be using. Then I'm going up to 800s. It'll take me a little bit of time to actually take the 400 grit scratches out. I can't find any 600 grit because that would be my next stop. I might find some yet. There's all sorts of things in these cabinets. Welcome to my mobile world anyway. Some 1000 grit. And then we're going up to some 1200. I've got a better piece than that. Some 1200 grit. This is just what I've grabbed out. Now I'll see if I can find some 600 grit to go from 400 to 800, which will be hiding in one of my cabinets here. If I can get my sander out. So yeah, like I said, I've got an entire body shop stuffed into a van. I might have some 600s. That's 2000s. What's in here? That's a whole pack of 2000s by the looks of it. I've got a little 2000 sandpaper in here for some reason. That's all thousands. So this is mixed in here. There might be some 600s. I'm saying I haven't got any 600s. So we're going to have to deal with what we've got. It's a very professional video, I can tell you. But this is the real world when you run out of stuff. This is some mixed in here. That definitely isn't it. And that definitely isn't it. Well, like I say, I can go from 400s to 800s, no problem at all. It'll just take me a little bit more sanding. So let's put this stuff away and we'll get everything masked up. Now we want to mask around this headlight to protect this bumper and the wing, because when you're sanding you don't want to scuff any of this paintwork. The easiest thing for the bonnet is just to open it, to get it out the way, and then we can just mask around the back of the headlight. So we need to get this masked up first, get this bonnet open and get this nice wet soggy van some nice new headlights, because you can't see how milky they are, and you probably can if I do that. They have been polished before. I have polished them in the past, but polishing just does not last. Probably did these 6 months ago and they're already starting to turn. So clear coat, that is the way forward. Now you can see that much better now I've dried it off. How milky that light's gone. But one of the most important things we need to do before we start sanding this is to panel wipe it, because this van has recently been polished, so there is going to be wax on these. So we've got to get that off. I'll get an airline out and dry this too. Right, now you can definitely see how clouded those lights have gone. Literally from the middle. It's where the sun catches them. The UVs just destroy this plastic. What was wrong with glass headlights? That's what I want to know. Except it keeps me in business. But there you go. We'll get that sanded, masked up and sanded now. And so this tape is just going on here to protect the paintwork. This isn't actually for masking it up. Because we're using wet and dry, it isn't like we're using a DA, so I'm not. If I was using a DA, I would put 2 lots of tape on or 3 lots, but this is wet and dry by hand, so I'm not overly worried about catching the paintwork. But it doesn't mean we won't protect it. Now off camera I've had all my sandpaper soaking. Left it in there for about half an hour. Always good to soften your wet and dry up. It takes the hard edges off it. Got me wet and dry. Started off with some 400s. I'm just going to wrap it around this little foam block I've got. Don't even know where I got these foam blocks from. They're just bits of neoprene I've picked up from somewhere. But oh yeah, that's going to be fine. I've got a squirty bottle. With some, just some detergent and water. So give that a wetting. And then we're just going to take this oxidisation off. And it's not going to take long with 400s, because like I said, these lights aren't that bad. But as this is my work van, I want it to look pretty. But you can already see, if you probably can't see it on camera, but I can see it, but that is very yellowed. Where it's running down the white paintwork there, you can see that it's yellow. I'll let that run. And that's the oxidisation from the plastic. That's what's turning your headlight yellow. And this is the worst part. They actually get better further down. There's a few stone chips, so we'll take them out as well. Now, you can do this with the DA, but it's not so easy on these headlights because they're really curvy, as you can see. So that's why I've opted to do them wet. And the foam block. So you can. Definitely not as yellow down here, definitely not as much oxidisation. But normally, like I said, this I would jump to 600s, but I haven't got any, so I'm going to jump to 800s once this is done, and I'll have to sand it for a bit longer to get me 400 grit scratches out. And then we'll go, keep going up in stages till we get to, probably about 1200s. Be fine for lacquer. I mean, if these were really, really bad, and I have done some really, really bad ones, I might even start with like 240s. Which is quite horrendous on a plastic headlight. But you need to get that layer of oxidisation off. As you can see, that is definitely still fetching that yellow off. So I'll carry on with this and I'll come back when I get to the next grit, because I've got to do the other side yet. Yeah, it's nowhere near as bad at the bottom. The sun hasn't caught that. That's what it looks like after we've done the 400s. And like I said, we're going to jump up to 800s now, because I've got no 600s, which would be my intermediate one, but it's already lost all the yellowness. This bit was really bad. Well, not really bad, but bad enough that it needs doing. The other side is not so bad. Whether it's had a new headlight and that one's newer, don't know. But the other side definitely isn't as bad. And there's my compressor shutting off in the van. So I'm going to now do the 800s and literally start polishing, sanding a shine back into this, because we're going smoother and smoother, and we'll sand a shine back into it. Give it a bit of a spritz. This is going to take me a little bit longer because we're missing that intermediate, that 600s. It'll take me an extra couple of minutes just to do this. It's typical on the day that I decide to do a video, I'm actually missing some of the stuff I need to do it, but there you go. That's life. When we jump up to the 1000 grit, there won't be that much work to do with the 1000. That's what the headlight looks like after we've done it with the 800 grit. A nice even frostiness, and the line where we had the, what do we want to call it, the yellow in, is all gone. It's oxidisation, isn't it? That's the word I'm looking for. Where the plastic is oxidised, all gone, all sanded out. So hit that with the 1000s now, and then we'll go up to 1200s, and these are ready for clear coating. Give that a fresh spritz. And get some 1000 grit paper. So the 1000 grit literally is like rubbing it with newspaper. And when we get to the finer grits, you're barely taking anything off. All you're doing is, you know, making your last lot of scratches much smoother. Literally sanding a shine into it. We'll take a time with this. We'll take a little bit more time with the 1000. I mean, in theory, you could clear coat that with the 800 on it, and the lacquer would cope with 800 scratches. But the smoother you get it, the better your finish is going to be. Because at the end of the day, these are your headlights. You can't see in the dark without them. And they're not cheap to replace either. I don't think they're too bad for this van, because they're not electronic, or actually they are motorised, so they will be reasonably expensive. That's what the headlight looks like after some 1000s, and now we're going up to the 1200s. So it's more of the same, just wet it, sand it, get a good even sand on it, and like I said, we're nearly ready for the clear coat, so it's not going to take much more to do this. So I'm not going to bore you with more sanding, but it's just a nice even sand on this now with some 1200s. I mean, you could go to 15 if you wanted to. There really is no need to do that. We're fetching such a small amount of material off now. We're almost polishing that shine, sanding that shine back in. Right, I've just given this a quick clean up, dried it off with the airline, pulled the tape off, and that's what it looks like after 1200s. And that's what it's going to look like with lacquer on it. So let's give that a clean. So that one's ready for masking. That's going to look pretty good, isn't it, compared to what we had. At this point, if you actually wanted to do it with a mop and polish it, just get a mop on a power tool, you can actually just polish these. They would polish quite happily now. But we're going to lacquer them because it lasts longer. That looks pretty good, that. Now I've got this cleaned down, I'm going to spend a few minutes masking this up. I'm not going to bore you with putting masking on. Everyone does it a different way, so my way won't be the way you do it, so I'm just going to get it masked up and we'll come back and get some clear on this. And the sun's really bright today, which is nice after all the rain we've had. Masking. That's the lights masked up. The wind's getting up a little bit and it's not far off the sun setting, so I really need to get a move on with this. So I'll just get my mask. I've given this another clean, another panel wipe and a tack down, so I'm just going to go straight for the lacquer now. That's after the second coat of clear. I really don't know how much of this is recorded properly because my microphone died on me and I hadn't realised it had turned off. But they've now had 2 coats of clear and they look so much better. Yeah, they're not far off dry either. They're looking so much better. But yeah, the wind's getting up now, so I'm going to try and get this demasked without getting plastic into the paint, and then we'll have a look what it looks like once I've got everything off. There you go, that's really transformed the look of this van. Really simple job as well. It's not hard. It's 4 bits of sandpaper, a little block and some lacquer. You can buy all that stuff from somewhere like Alfred's or, you know, any sort of car shop, and you can do it yourself. And that's, you know, the aim of this video was to give you the confidence to go and do this yourself. And if you don't want to do it yourself, give someone like me a ring and I'll come and do it for you. But if you've enjoyed this video, guys, give us that thumbs up because it really will make a difference to the channel. And if you've enjoyed it, subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.